All right, we're back for round number one, game one. I'm gonna keep this hand. This hand's not amazing, but it's certainly not the worst. Um, it only has one island, which is true, but I'm still just gonna play the Polluted Mire first. I hope all these games don't take too long. I know this deck takes a long time to win, so we'll see what happens here. All right, play this one back order, and we'll just pass the turn. All right, so we're up against mono black as I expected. Here, I think I'm just gonna play the talisman. I don't really think I care about the Kumbaj, which is too much. So, mono black control is a pretty good matchup for you because there's not much that they can do. They can discard and stuff like that, but once you land a Curse of the Bloody Tome, there shouldn't really be much else that they can really do to you about that. So, alright. I think I'll just say go. I don't really need to kill the Kumbach Witches. Actually, I don't ever need to kill the Kumbach Witches because I have this out, so that's pretty fun. Excuse me. So, I'm just going to go ahead and 1 and 2. I'm pretty sure I'm doing this right. If I'm not, I'm going to be very upset. No, I am. Okay. Yay, I take nothing. Woohoo! What is this? Is it another Kumbach Witches? Sure, you got it. And oh, that's a lot of Kumbadwiches. Alright, well, we're just going to go ahead and do this and set them back a bit. And get some use out of it. And we'll go ahead and Bajuka Bog now. So that way, if or when my opponent draws an Unearth, they can't really use it profitably. Alright. So he just plays those two. I'm not going to counter those, of course. This costs 6 to do, right? It's 5? Yeah, okay. Disfigure. Well, doesn't really do much right now, so I think I can just Chainer's Edict him. Well, I can't really Chainer's Edict him twice, so I think I'll just actually pass. Because, like, if he doesn't cast anything relevant, I just want to go Whispers of the Muse. Or Whispers of the Muse. And, take 2, of course. Because there's no reason not to. Another Combat, which is... That's fine. I don't really care about that. The other thing is, like, you don't play any creatures, so they have a lot of it's a good thing that he used that now before we used this or mystical teachings. That is fine. Go ahead and do this. Drew think twice. All right. And mystical teachings. Okay, so here we'll do this now. Make him sack a dude, and then pass the turn. And if he doesn't cast anything, I'll probably just teachings for something. I'm not really sure what though. A Rager. Rager is cool. I can just disfigure it, and then I can go think twice. That's the cool thing about all this is just the amount of options that you get. That is also fine. I don't have an Echoing Decay, which is unfortunate, but that's cool. So I'll go ahead and disfigure, and go ahead and do this. I will say this: it is kind of annoying that he's on the heavy creature draw. That is kind of annoying. Alright, we'll just go second talisman and pass the turn. So now these two just will never matter. Well, I mean they'll matter, but they don't really matter right now. So, alright, so looks like we're gonna take 4 here. I keep having to pause because I'm actually talking to a friend at the same time. Yep, take 4 for now. Is this an unearth? Yep. I think I just let that go through. Yeah, I don't think I care about that. Here comes a Gray Merchant, which we will promptly counter. I kind of want to cantrip with the Whispers and the Muse since we're never going to really get to use it. And I think we could use a card here. Yeah, I think I'll just use it. Alright. Because we're actually a little bit behind now. So I could flash back the Chainer's Edict, but that doesn't really do anything. I think I'll just say go. If my opponent could just get stuck with a bunch of cards in hand that don't do anything, that'd be really helpful. So far, my opponent has done well in the draw a bunch of creatures department. I will take that. Alright. Finally. So we'll go ahead and go Mystical Teachings. Don't know what, though. We can get another Disfigure. We can get the Crypt Incursion, but that just doesn't seem necessary. The Doomblade is obviously dead. I think here we'll just get Disfigure for now, and then we'll flash back the other thing twice. Go ahead and kill you. And then, sorry about that. I should have paused, but had to do that. Go ahead and think twice. And a curse. Alright. Curse is not. Both curses. Alright, so. Probably just go both curses and then hold up the think twice. And then we'll be able to go get Crypt Incursion. So hopefully he doesn't have the Gray Merchants. If he does, hopefully he doesn't have a Gray Merchant. If he does, we're going to be in a bit of trouble. Chittering Rats, that's fine for now. Could really use an Evan Carr's Justice. That's what we could really use right now. Alright, so we drew a Chainer's Edict, so I'm going to go ahead and Chainer's Edict him. And then probably just going to hold up Capsize, or we could flash back the Teachings to get another Teachings, which should be okay. 1, 2, was it 6? Yep, exactly 6. Okay, so my opponent has played a Gray Merchant, so I think what I'll do is I'm actually going to bounce back the Chittering Rats to make them lose less life, or to make me lose less life. So hopefully that works out. So it's getting kind of close, but at the very least, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh. If he has another Gray Merchant, I'm actually dead because I can't. Well, I can. I can Mystical Teachings for a counterspell, and I can gain a couple of life. I need to Mystical Teachings for a Crypt Incursion, and then hopefully I'll be. Oh my God, he's playing Corrupt. That's not good for me. Yeah, the mono black control deck sometimes doesn't get this heavy of a creature draw, but my opponent did, which is unfortunate. And you know, I don't think I want to redraw Capsize. Do I? Is Capsize good right now? I don't think it is. Like it's kind of slow, and I. Well, actually, I guess since yeah. Although, if my opponent had a Green Merchant, would he have cast it already? Is the question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I can't recast the thing twice. All right. I think I'll just let Capsize go on top, and then unfortunately, I have to because if I don't, and my opponent does have a Gray Merchant, I can't play around that. 5, 6. So here we can, I think I'll just get Crypt Incursion, and I won't get another. Well, that's pretty much the worst card I could have drawn. That's unfortunate. So here we'll be able to gain 2 plus however many creatures go into his graveyard on upkeep. And we'll just do it now so that he can't unearth. I mean, I could have done it in response to an unearth, but... Okay, so we're at a healthy life total of 29 for now, but we're still in grave danger of dying. And that sucks because it's a Doomblade, so we're going to have to redraw that now with Think Twice. An Evenkar's Justice would be really helpful, but, you know. I assure you, usually this matchup is actually kind of good for the Teachings deck because you're drawing more cards, but this time we just couldn't quite get there. Gonna try to hit something off of this Think Twice. Ooh, Evenkar's Justice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exactly 7. Excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's not bad. Hopefully his hand is just full of crap cards. And we only need to survive, I believe, 3 more turns. I might be off on that. Okay, so he played another Chittering Rats. So I think now I just want to flash back the Chainer's Edict. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But then I can't really do anything else. As where here I could. I think I kind of just want to stem the bleeding. How many Gray Merchants are gone? 1, 2, 3 are gone. Yeah, I think I kind of just want to Chainer's Edict him and get a creature off the board. I think, sorry about that. I think getting a creature off the board is actually better. So he sacrificed the Chittering Rat, so that means that he has another Unearth, which is fine for now. And all right, so we did end up winning that game, but it was close, a lot closer than I would like it to be. So, usually, you would expect them. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. So usually you would expect them to take all their creature removal out, but I have to believe that they might keep some of it in. I mean, I don't think that they have enough really to take it out. But first, let's see what we want to take out. So obviously, the Doomblade is just not sitting pretty, so we're going to bring in the Chainer's Edict. The Echoing Truth is okay, but I don't think that it's great. As also, I don't think the Dispel is very good. So we could probably just bring in 2 Gurmag Angler. I don't think Duress is really going to do much, except for like take other Duresses. The Whale of Nim doesn't really do much, so I think the Relic of Progenitus might be okay. And then probably want to bring in a couple of Negates. Victor of Night. What doesn't that kill in their deck? I think it kills everything in their deck. We could take out the Deprive, but that doesn't seem very good. Crypt Incursion seems fine. Capsize seems fine. Maybe the Relic isn't very good, and just bring in a Negate. Maybe Negate's not that good as more than just that. And then I think the rest could be fine. I kind of like the 2 Edicts. I think that 2 Evenkar's Justice is okay. And then we'll be able to see if they keep in now they might bring in things like Choking Sands or things like that just to screw me over, but we'll see. Alright, this hand does not seem terrible. It's got a couple of lands, a Remove Soul, a Think Twice. Unfortunately, the Whispers of the Muse doesn't really do anything, but I think we can get past that. That's a good draw. So far this hand is shaping up to be a bit nice. I have to believe that my opponent would keep in a couple of Chainer's Edict just to be sure to take care of some creatures, but we'll see. Ooh, he's just saying go. Alright, cool. One thing I will say about this deck, though, I hope that I hope it doesn't take too long to win matchups because I don't want the recordings to go infinite time. All right, so my opponent played a Chittering Rats, and I'm gonna counter it. Uh, rather not have that live. We're just gonna play this, but play tapped and pass turn, and keep up this Think Twice. Another Chittering Rats. Well, that's kind of annoying. Go ahead and Think Twice. Victim Knight. Alright, I think we'll just play the island and then, probably just Chainer's Edict. Well, this doesn't kill Grey Merchant, right? So I guess actually this is better. Yeah. Because then also, if he doesn't play anything, I can flashback the Think Twice. I mean, I don't really care about this living until end of turn, you know. Oh my God, the boy is playing Okiba Gang Shinobi. Jeez, can I kill you? Yes, I can. No, go die. You go die now. Oh man, Okiba Gang Shinobi. Now that is a blast from the past, ladies and gentlemen. That is a blast from the past. So we can play Gurmag Angler right now, which I think is better actually than just flashbacking Think Twice. So I think I'll probably just do that. Yeah, I think I'll just do that. So 1, 2, and that, and pass turn. See how this goes. All right. So my Gurmag Angler was not dealt with. So we're gonna go ahead and Chainer's Edict this. And I have no idea what that sound is outside, but I apologize. And we're going to get in for 5, and then we're going to pass the turn, and then we're going to go ahead and Think Twice. So my opponent played a Corrupt, and I really want to just capsize it back. Just so my opponent, just so I have like a win con. But that just doesn't seem very fruitful. Like I still have my 2 Curse of the Bloody Tome, so that doesn't really seem like it's going to help me if I just bounce it back. And the fact that that Corrupt is not going to my head is pretty cool. Alright, just gonna say go. Plus, I can always get it back later with the Polluted Mire, so there's always that. I wouldn't mind a 6th land, though. Once I get a 6th land, I can start doing some stuff. But the Remove Soul is a good drop. I don't know if I'm lagging or not, but my opponent is also pausing at some random times. Yep, can't counter that anyway. Another Chittering Rats. Well, I'm going to counter that because I really need to draw to a 6th land. So, let's go ahead and counter that. Does he have a 4th Chittering Rats? That would have been insane. Alright. Not going to kill that at the end of turn. So there's a 6th land. Maybe I should have now. Alright. So my opponent has Duress. I'm just going to let it go. Like, they can take the Capsize or the Whispers if they want. Either one is going to help me. There's really nothing that I can do about that Duress, so we'll just see my opponent take. My opponent's probably going to take the CAD. No? Alright. Oh, they have 2 Duresses. Alright. Still not going to, because I'll just Capsize this at the end of the turn if they don't take Capsize. Okay, they didn't take Capsize. Alright. Sign in Blood. Okay. My opponent's drawn pretty well. Like, they've drawn good spell, refill, good spell, refill. Alright. Well, there goes my Chainer's Edict, which is unfortunate, but what are you going to do? And a Relic. Okay, well, my opponent should have attacked first, so they missed out on 2 damage. I am going to bounce that back. Let's see how that goes for me. I drew a land. Just go ahead and play it and pass turn. Yeah, see, after board, this is when this matchup can get kind of hairy for you. Especially when they rip apart your hand with Duress. Like, them Duressing you on like turns 1 and 2 is not bad, but that when they Duress you later in the game when you've kind of sculpted a good hand, it can kind of hurt you. It also is possible that I should have just bounced back my Radiant Fountain instead of doing this, but I felt like bouncing this back was just better. Interesting. So he can just poke me now. Okay. And my opponent forgot to attack. cool. So we're going to go ahead and bounce this back. Replay it next turn. Start gaining some life. Feel good. So I drew an Evenkar's Justice, and I decided to kill my opponent's Phyrexian Rager. I felt that was a good idea. So my opponent is also going Pestilence on me, Pestilence crazy on me. Because now they're going to lose the Pestilence, I just remembered, because there's no creature in play. So that's good for me. And they're 5 now, so 3 more turns, and I actually kill them with my Evenkar's Justice, assuming they don't draw anything relevant. So I drew Chainer's Edict, but I decided to go with Evenkar's Justice anyway. I'd rather try to kill my opponent while I can, and they just drew a Grey Merchant, so that kind of erased it. Oh no, they corrupted me. Well, that's not good. We drew a Curse the Bloody Tome. Decided to play it. Hopefully I draw Mystical Teaching soon so I can play Crypt Incursion. Although I guess that kind of screws this up. Ooh, they brought in Wrenchmind. Good thing they haven't drawn one yet, I hope. And there goes the Relic. And there's a Chittering Rats. Alright, well, Chittering Rats isn't terrible for me since I can just kill it. So that's good. I'm going to take a chance here, and I think going with Evenkar's Justice to kill it is probably the way to go, because then if my opponent doesn't draw anything, I can maybe get somewhere. My opponent does draw something. Oh, okay, so they did keep in Victim of Night. Barrenmore. Alright, we'll see if I die. Yep, I'm dead. That's unfortunate. I kind of drew a few things in the wrong order while my opponent drew things in the right order is basically what happened there. So we're going to take out the Gurmag Anglers. We're definitely going to just bring back in the Negate and the Duresses, since I know my opponent is now playing Corrupt. And I think we can afford to actually just shave off a Disfigure. I don't think that's going to be too much of a big deal, and we'll see how that gets us. Alright, keep this hand. Not a bad hand. An early Duress should be okay. Hoping my opponent does not have a Duress on turn 1 to take mine. That would suck. Alright, I'm going to Duress my opponent now in case they have like a Wrenchmind or something. And they have 2 Sign in Blood, a Corrupt, and 3 good creatures. I'm just going to take the Sign in Blood. Just, try to mitigate them a little bit. But they have a really, really good hand against what we're doing. Alright. So, draw Chainer's Edict. Oh, just gotta say go now. Alright. Just go ahead and Diabolic Edict that for now. Well, nah. I think I'll just Disfigure it, actually. And then think twice. Alright. Go ahead and get this back. Pass turn. Obviously, I'm not going to shuffle back the think twice. Phyrexian Rager, yep. I think I'd rather use Diabolic Edict. I think I'd rather use Chainer's Edict on that than the instant. So we'll see how that works out for me. That's also a pretty decent draw. Edict you. And pass turn. Whoop. I don't know what the heck I just... Alright. Oh, did I just untap and I could have killed that? Dang. Sorry about that, I was answering a text. Although, I don't really think it matters. I think I'll just pass turn for now and just take 3. I mean, I am at 26, so... And if my opponent plays a Grey Merchant, I can just kill it in response. I'm probably just going to end up killing it now. I know my opponent has a Corrupt, so that is something to keep in mind. And a Bojuka Bog to screw my day up. Dang. Well, at least we're only going to lose a Chainer's Edict, so I guess I didn't really lose too much, thankfully. And luckily my opponent just said go. So they have Corrupt and a bunch of cards that I don't actually know about. Ooh, a Teachings. You're a good card. Or so I heard. Go ahead and kill that. Try to keep my opponent's board clear. And then probably just going to Mystical Teachings for a Whispers in the Muse. I don't think Teachings for a kill spell is a good idea. Never mind. Guess we'll just wait till next turn. God, Chittering Rats is just the worst, isn't it? Just straight up the worst feeling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. So I'll just go ahead and do this. I could have flashed back the think twice. I wasn't really thinking about it. I was so concentrating on teachings, and then I got Chittering Rats, and I forgot that there was this in the grave. And now I got Wrenchmind. Ouch. Man, this matchup after board is just as miserable as I thought. Alright. Just pass the turn now. Not going to do that. I'd rather flash back the teachings to get a teachings. Alright. Well, now that not getting that think twice is going to bite me in the butt. One, two, three, four, 5, 6. So actually now we'll go get Whispers of the Muse to start drawing cards, and hopefully my opponent doesn't really have a way to deal with it. Okay, never mind, we'll go get a Teachings. Not really sure how my opponent did that in response. I don't think I would have did it there. But what do I know? Yay, more cards that draw more cards. Oh yeah. Alright. Frisian Raja. And I believe that is the 4th Chittering Rats. Oh my god. So many Chittering Rats, such little time, people. Such little time. Alright. Gonna just play Think Twice and flash it back. I don't really want to get anything in particular with my teachings yet, so... Okay, well then. Lots of teachings there is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go ahead and do that. Pseudo Wrath of God. And I'm going to keep the land in my hand in case my opponent plays a Wrenchmind. Just so that I can discard to them. I know my opponent still has Corrupt, so I'm wondering when they're going to fire it off. Like right now. Alright. Drew a Curse in the Bloody Tome. Played it. Enough said. My opponent arrests me probably drew it this turn. I think I'm just going to let him do it since I have nothing but redundant cards in my hand. And a land that they can't do anything about, of course. So, there is that. Probably going to Mystical Teachings for a counterspell. Or negate. Probably a negate. Unless they don't take it, then I'm just going to get Whispers of the Muse. And just start doing that. Alright, so my opponent corrupted me again. So I'm at 8 now. They have 2 creatures in the graveyard. So I think I'll just go get a counterspell with this, and then hopefully my opponent doesn't have another duress. So I'll go ahead and get negate. And we'll gain a life. Alright, we have creature protection as well, which is good. And 2 more creatures went, so I can go Crypt Incursion if I really need to. If my opponent has another duress, this is just balls. Oh, an Unearth? Sure. On Rager, alright. See how that works. And another Rager, alright. So here, what I'm going to do is, I apologize. So there what I decided to do is get Crypt Incursion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And I'm just going to cast the Emenkar's Justice as not buyback and just leave up negate plus Crypt Incursion. Because now I can just Crypt Incursion or negate if I so need to. And I can just do it in response and gain a buttload of life. So that would be good. Pestilence, I'm not really sure I care about. So I think I'll just let it go. Yeah. Because I can just do this in response to the first shot. Okay. 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 And now I'll just do it. I don't think I messed this up, but I'm pretty sure I somehow did. So I'm going to go to 1, and then I'm going to gain a bunch of life. Alright. Give me your Aqueduct. Go ahead and return this. And then I can go ahead and teachings for a Whispers of the Muse, start drawing cards, and hopefully that'll get me somewhere. We'll see what my opponent decides to do with Relic. I'm not going to counter it, there's no point. So we'll go ahead and flash this back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll go get Whispers of the Muse. And hopefully come out of this alive. Alright, so my opponent doesn't seem to be on anything. Let's see what's in their hand. Maybe it's a dead kill spell or something. Yeah, it was. So it looks like we should win this game. I don't see myself losing anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and negate this. Since I am drawing with Whisper the Muse, I doubt it'll matter. Oops. Just got to worry about time. Drew a Bajukabog and used it. My opponent drew another Duress and I negated it. Again, to keep the Whispers with the Muse in my hand. My opponent goes Wrench Mine. That's fine. I'll just discard Swamp and the Agony Warp. Alright, we drew a counterspell. I'm pretty sure I can't lose. But we'll see. Let them go. That's perfectly fine with me. I don't really care about those. We can even Whispers in the Muse twice now, because why the hell not? Brain Prior. Or whatever the heck that card is. Alright, now we win. Man, this was a tough match, too. I really thought I was going to lose for a few turns, but luckily I got there. I mean, I could still easily lose somehow. If my opponent goes like Sign in Blood, I let it go. They go Duress into Corrupt. Alright, so we got there.